Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the first race of season number 8 in the NOFSRL Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. This is the exhibition event of the Mello, Yello, SmoothFest, our little version of the Clash here in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. And tonight, 23 drivers who raced full-time in season number 7, who have a ride in season number 8, will battle it out for 20 laps around the Daytona International Speedway, and my golly, I love this thing. It's absolutely one of my favorite races to do every single year because it's the beginning of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series, my absolute favorite series to do. And it's at Daytona Speedway Physics, one of my absolute favorite racetracks in NR 2003. And we got all the veterans ready to battle it out one last time amongst each other before we bring in the rookies and the older veterans who did not race last year. We got quite a few of them. We might discuss a couple of those in tonight's event. But either way, I'm alongside Alex Bonksner for tonight's event. And it's been a long winter. It's been since September, since the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series has ran. All these guys are extremely antsy to get on the racetrack, so how is the aggression level going to play into this event here tonight?
Well, I mean, the months of building, the months of preparation, especially with all these teams, all these drivers, the aggression level is going to be really high for a lot of them, but for a majority of these drivers tonight, they're going to have to play it a little cool, only because of the months of preparation and the months of building. All that hard work, it cannot go to waste tonight, especially in a race like this that is so important to a lot of these Chick-fil-A Cup Series drivers.
It is, and for the first time ever, the defending winner of this race is back. Ace Garcia won this thing last year, driving the number 92 for the now defunct Friesen Motorsports. And he is the first driver ever to win the Mello Yello SmoothFest and return to the SmoothFest the next year. So he's going to go back-to-back as he starts 10th in tonight's event. But I will say, Alex, this is a non-points event, so they might just be a little bit more aggressive than usual because not much to lose in this race here for 20 laps at Daytona. No pit stops, and that's about it. Just go for the gold here tonight in this 20-lap event at Daytona. Cody Sill starts on the pole in the number 37. The starting lineup is determined by the prior season's points finishing order, and of all the returning veterans, Cody Sill had the most points. Of course, our defending champion Elijah Gordon has since retired. Emily Anderson will be replacing him in the number 5 at EGI. She is not a returning veteran, so she's not in this race. And Stuart Gratton as well did the same thing. He put a development driver into his ride, Mitchell Henderson. So now, Cody Sill, who was 3rd in the points last year, will start on the pole position. And alongside him, it's the number 92 machine of Diego Yepez for the new Full Frontal Motorsports, owned by William Brock. Yepez moves over from American Motorsports, and he will be driving this 92 full-time in his second straight Chick-fil-A Cup Series season. Row number 2, we have Roger Ray returning to Zidell Motorsports, but he's now driving the number 24. He and Nicholas Amadio decided to switch rides for season number 8. He's alongside Brad Stover, last year's Rookie of the Year. He's still in number 99 for Titan Fury Motorsports. Row number 3, Nicholas Amadio in the number 48, alongside Michael Canto in the number 12. Michael Canto is on a new team, even though he has the same number. This is now Velocitar Racing, Matt Tuck's team, the formerly Quintero Motorsports organization car. But Michael Canto did a really good job last season. Those top 6 guys all made the chase. This guy just barely missed it. John Art, back in the 05. He is now driving for Elijah Gordon Incorporated. He'll be a teammate to Emily Anderson this year. And alongside him, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Jesse Turner in the number 77, the first ever winner on Napa Fan. He's returning for the newly formed Otter Island Motorsports, which is the old NRL08 team from last year. Daniel McMillan and Ace Garcia, kind of fitting they start alongside each other in this race because they were side by side at the line last year in this thing. Ace Garcia got the best of Daniel McMillan in that one, but might see McMillan in victory lane here tonight for Otter Island Motorsports in the number 75. He's alongside Ace Garcia in the number 81. Of course, the rest of the starting lineup you saw on the side of your screen right there. 23 drivers in this event. We'll go through them as the night goes along. And I got one question for you, Alex. Are you ready to bring the action?
Well, I'm ready to bring the action. I'm also ready to bring the noise, as it would say in Team Bomber Sports UK. I am completely ready. I'm ecstatic. Let's get this race underway.
We're going to get underway. Cody Sill, Diego Yepez, We waited long enough for this one. Season number 8 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series is back. And we're here for the Mello Yello SmoothFest Green Flag at Daytona.
And coming to the end of lap 1 here, a battle between the 92 and the 37. Looks like Cody Sill is going to hold on for the time being, but look at that outside line. The number 92 at the moment of Diego Yepes holding strong as Cody Sill is going to go back to the inside now here on lap 2 of 20. Holding down the back straightaway. It currently looks like Cody Sill is going to have the position only a little bit. You can see now the middle groove is starting to form as the bottom groove is about to come in a bit. Number 24 at the moment, right behind Cody Sill. That is Roger Ray at the moment. And right behind him looks to be number 48, it seems.
Of Nicholas Samadillo on that inside lane. They're still side by side for the lead. Diego Yepes on the outside of Cody Sill. Sill edged them out for lap number 2. And they're 3 wide as Roger Ray goes to the inside for the lead with help from his Zidell Motorsports teammate, Nicholas Samadillo. 3 wide throughout the field. Remember, 4 wide here at Daytona is what you do not want to see. But it looks like they're going to keep it clean for now. And Roger Ray to the point in the number 24 to the inside of Cody Sill and Diego Yepes.
Yeah, currently at the moment, Diego Yepes with help from his Zidell Motorsports teammate. Running pretty strong at the moment. 3 wide. About to get a little bunched up here between with the 37 and the 92. Roger Ray still leading the lap with Samadillo right behind him. Looks like that bottom lane draft is really helping. Looks like middle groove and the high groove is not really coming into play right now. And it looks like now Roger Ray's going to slide up into that high groove. That's going to make Samadillo go right up into the lead here. That bottom lane groove moving in.
The outside lane might pick up a little bit with Roger Ray on the outside there. Got a little bit of help there from Cody Sill and Roger Ray. Cody Sill used to own his own team. It's now Matthew Brown owning this team. And around, in the wall, McMillan, Garcia, Jesse Turner, and upside down goes the 75. Matthew Phillips is around, and the 75 continues to fly through the air. The caution is out on lap 5 of 20 here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. And last year's winner is Junk in the number 81. Alexander Rowe in the 06 is torn up. I saw Jesse Turner go around in the 77, and Trey Bartow in the 4. Looks like he's a little bit clean there for the newly formed 4 team at Titan Fury Motorsports. Of course, the number 4 is always Trey Bartow's machine, but he's now on a 3-car team in Igor Bretto's Titan Fury Motorsports. And I think he avoided that one. But Matthew Phillips in the 15 did not. He's got damage for the Velocitar number 15. And Justin Roberts, his first SmoothFest in quite some time for American Motorsports, is totaled in the number 38. And Turner with a lot of damage in the 77. My goodness, the 2 guys who were side by side at the finish of this race last year, both heavily involved in this accident. Ace Garcia is going to be done early, and Daniel McMillan taking the ride of his life down the front stretch here at Daytona.
That was probably a huge crash right there, and I am super astonished at what has happened. I mean, that was a horrific crash. Luckily, everyone in that is okay. Of course, they should be okay. It's just a video game, but still, just an amazing crash.
Unfortunate for a lot of these guys. We didn't get to mention them at the beginning of the show. There's Ace Garcia in the number 81. He's got a lot of damage. He's done. Alexander Rowe is done. Looks like Matthew Phillips might be done. And Justin Roberts as well. Matthew Phillips will get back out there, so we'll have to see what he can do as this race goes along. But my goodness, did not expect that at all. But you know what? That's the name of the game when you come to Daytona, so probably shouldn't be surprised by. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of season number 8 in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. Nicholas Samadillo and Roger Ray, 1-2 under caution. Well, tale of 2 seasons in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. These 2 guys were 1-2 last year in this event, and they're going to be the last 2 in this one here in 2019. Daniel McMillan was in the middle of a 4-wide situation with Ace Garcia and Alex in a row. Garcia went upside down, and you see Matthew Phillips sends the 75 of Daniel McMillan upside down. Alex in a row caught some air. I think Trey Barcher just went around in the number 4. And how about Julio Cesar? He's going to be a part-time driver this season, but he was full-time last year. And right there is where Justin Roberts gains his damage. He goes to the American Motorsports team this season, back in the original number he drove when he won his first ever Chick-Fil-A Cup Series race in Season 1. Hairjo Larvin Alonso needs to change his underwear, and Daniel McMillan flew into the catch fence in the number 75. That was definitely a wild, wild ride for the Hers Toyota. And McMillan's not going to get it done this year in the Mello Yello SmoothFest.
And as you can see right here, just tried to go 4 wide, and it didn't work. And wild ride for that number 75. Probably has to fix his helmet now because he went upside down in that grass more than I went upside down, flipped my cart this past weekend on Sunday.
Yeah, he actually had a real accident, guys, so he knows what it's like. Probably wasn't as violent as that one, but still. Not the day that Daniel McMillan wanted to have here at the Mello Yello SmoothFest, and Ace Garcia, same as well. Let's hope for some better races for the number 81 Hamill Racing Enterprises machine. Alex in a row as well, also caught up and down with heavy damage. He's done for the day. Barto will stay in the race, so will Matthew Phillips. Justin Roberts will also get knocked out in the number 38. Well, we got that out of our system. Now let's hope we get a green flag run all the way to the finish. Nicholas Samadillo leads the field in the number 48. Let's see what he does on the restart here in the season number 8 Mello Yello SmoothFest. Lap number 7, and an issue on our leader, Nicholas Samadillo. Don't see any smoke trailing that race car. He was definitely not involved in the accident, so this is an internal issue for the Zydello Motorsports 48, but that is definitely not the night Nicholas Samadillo wanted, and he's going to hand the lead over to his teammate, Roger Ray, when we restart. That's unfortunate right there for Nicholas Samadillo, no question.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It could be anything. In the case of, something could probably be wrong with the transmission. It could be an electrical problem, or who knows. Maybe this is like a drive-through thing. Maybe there was a penalty given out. Who knows? Anything is possible. Or maybe team orders are on hand. It's possible.
It's possible. I don't know what Justin Zydel's thinking up on those pit boxes, but we'll have to see what Nicholas Samadillo does here. Want to make sure that he is just changing tires, so it's probably a flat tire, so he will stay in this race, and he will stay in contention. So that's a good thing there for Nicholas Samadillo. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll restart on lap number 9 of 20, and he gets right back out there and stays on the lead lap. So it could be strategy for Nicholas Samadillo. I mean, this guy is Mr. Edge, one of the edgiest drivers out there. We call him Mr. Edge for a reason, of course. He won the last race of 2018. I can't get my years straight anymore. I've been doing this so long, I can't even remember. He won the last race of 2018 by barely edging out whoever he edged out in that race, because I forget, in the Napa Auto Parts 250 of the Napa Truck Series last year. So he knows how to get it done, and get it done very closely as well, because it's not the only time he's done it by a very slim margin. Remember, Season 2 Daytona 500 in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series, where he won by absolutely nothing ahead of Dane Ammon. So, he just likes to mess with us. He gives us some pretty entertaining stuff here on Napa Fan, and he might just give us another entertaining moment here tonight in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. Back to the lead. It is Roger Ray now leading the field with Zachary Fitzwater, last year's Daytona 500 champion. He's back at Beast Racing. Diego Yepes is 3rd. Cody Sill is 4th. And Andrew Miller moves over to Tanker Motorsports. He'll be driving the 47 this year, replacing Richard Kinger, who now owns the team. That team will debut in the Daytona 500. Michael Canto, Brad Stover, Tristan Allen, last year's All-Star Race winner. He's back at Beast Racing in the number 3. John Art, and Patrick Smith is back as well at North State Racing in the number 66. Nicholas Amadio is getting back in line. We're getting ready back to racing for the Mello SmoothFest. On lap 9 of 20, we're back to racing at Daytona with Roger Ray leading the field in the number 24.
And it looks to be at the moment that Roger Ray has kind of opened up a bit of a gap. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either, especially considering the fact that on this restart, packs are already starting to form here, especially with an inside groove and an outside groove. So if I were Roger Ray, I'd definitely try and pick a line here, whether to go inside or outside, because it might help you or it might hurt you.
Roger Ray, this is his first ever Mello SmoothFest. It's Diego Yepez's first ever SmoothFest as well, and they're side by side for the lead on lap 9 of 20. Yepez to the inside of Roger Ray, and the number 92 looking to edge out the 24. I don't know. I think Diego Yepez led that lap, and he did. Barely over Roger Ray. Matthew Phillips and Trey Bartow have fallen off the pack. Surprisingly, Jesse Turner is still in the lead pack with the rear end damage he has to his race car. Don't ask me how he's still up there, but he's still up there. Nicholas Amadio, he's still in the draft as well. Everybody else is out of contention, unfortunately, here in the Season 8 Mello Yello SmoothFest. Roger Ray on the outside lane. Great push from Zachary Fitzwater. He's going to hold on and surpass Diego Yepez. Will Cody still get to the inside and lead this lap? We're going to have to see.
This is actually getting very good. Cody Sill, he was your pole sitter, no less. So Cody Sill trying to work his way back into the lead here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest, and I think he's actually doing pretty well so far to kind of contain himself. But at the same time, Roger Ray's doing a really good job. He's basically made his car almost like a blockade right now, blocking all three lines at the moment. But that could probably change here on the backstretch, as maybe Cody Sill trying to make a move. No, he's still trying to hold off Zachary Fitzwater and Diego Yepez, but maybe this time, turn 3 and 4, he might get the edge here off the turn and maybe might lead the lap here.
He's gonna get it. Brad Stover helping him, the Titan Fury Motorsports Rookie of the Year from last year. And Cody Sill from the pole will lead lap 11 in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. 9 laps to go at Daytona in the opening exhibition event. And hello to Mr. Matt Dalio, to the point, 3 wide, just like that, in the number 79 Valvoline Toyota for Outer Island Motorsports. And Matt Dalio is now the leader here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest with Nathan Stapleton behind him. This is Nathan Stapleton's first ever Mello Yello SmoothFest. Got a win last year at Hamill Racing Enterprises. He's now at American Motorsports driving the 28, and he's pushing the first ever pole sitter on Napa Fan. To the point, Matt Dalio out front in the 79. He's going to lead lap number 12.
Yeah, Matt Dalio, a very seasoned veteran here, has gone so back as far as when the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series started, and right now doing a very good job here up front. And whoa, here we go, nearly 4 wide. Will it stick? Will Cody Sill have to back off? He might if he needs to survive. They will only just entering the backstretch.
I think he's gonna get it. Maybe he's got the run on the outside though. They're gonna remain 4 wide. It's up to Alonso. It's up to Alonso.
Someone has to give. Someone has to give.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And off at turn number 4, Stapleton's going to get turned right into Dalio. And upside down again goes Cody Sill. Roger Ray as well, but Sill, another huge flip in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. Unbelievable.
What a horrific crash for Cody Sill, your pole sitter here.
We had a lot more go on after that one. We were so focused on the 37, we didn't catch the rest of that. And the number 12, Michael Canto, all torn up. Andrew Miller, all torn up. Julio Caesar, all torn up. Patrick Smith, hello. He's the new leader in the Mello Yello SmoothFest, or should we say, the Mello Yello Crash Fest at this point, because this, I believe, is the first ever SmoothFest to have multiple accidents in it. And of all the people to be in the top 5, Jesse Turner, with that car, is 4th.
If he wins this, that's going to be a miracle.
Hey, he's the man, the myth, the legend, Jesse Turner. He can do it. And hello to a guy who has not won in way too long, Garrett Senor, who is now in the 5th position. Nathan Stapleton, John Arndt has damage. Stapleton has damage. Matt Dalio, he was shot right into the wall I think he's going to try to stay out there. Nicholas Samadio, I think, avoided that. And he's still in this thing, and Zachary Fitzwater will move into the top 10 as Tristan Allen came down, and Allen has damage in number 3. Not what he wanted at all, I can tell you that much. Well, my friend, we will have a green flag finish in this race, most likely, because we're definitely going to get a restart, which I'm glad about that. Now, let's go ahead and see what happened. They'll bring out the second caution of the race. Even more violent flip this time for Cody Sill. We saw this one coming from 1.5 miles away. Nathan Stapleton moved up, but Brad Stover and Cody Sill in the middle of a 4-wide situation. And Alonso, he had a choice of backing it down or going to the inside. I think if you're Alonso, you got a better shot at winning this race if you go to the inside, because you know those guys are going to crash and you're going to avoid it. And that is exactly what happened. Alonso's second after this accident, as Nathan Stapleton got clipped there by Brad Stover, put Matt Dalio in the outside wall. Roger Ray got torn up. Julio Caesar, John Arndt, and the big one right there, Cody Sill, went over at least 20 times in the number 37. Absolutely unbelievable by the Golden Motorsports Dodge.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate crash right there, and you can see just side over side, end over end. Just a constant barrel roll here, and a vicious crash. This was just, it was something that you just wouldn't believe that would happen, especially not seeing another violent crash in this race compared to what has happened earlier in the race. But now that it's happened, you know that this is probably not going to be the last one tonight. And then there's the crash that followed suit after.
Yeah, it does appear that Andrew Miller arc-braked right into Julio Caesar. That's not what Miller wanted. He's still going for his first career Napa fan win. Not going to happen tonight in number 47.
Yeah, just trying to go 4 wide. Someone couldn't give, and just from there, just an unfortunate crash. And with Cody Sill, just a vicious flip. Just that is unbelievable. And then here we go. No brakes there. Just a smack and a head-on. Maybe a concussion. I don't know.
Well, like you said earlier, this is a video game, so we don't have to worry about that, only unless these guys are banging their head on the desk for how frustrating this race has been for them. But either way, Michael Canto's done, Cody Sill is done, Julio Caesar is done, Andrew Miller is done, and we'll see who else is done. When we restart here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest for season number 8 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series, the leader of the race is North State Racing driver Patrick Smith in his first ever Mello Yello SmoothFest. Let's see what he does with only a couple laps left here at Daytona. We are back here for the season number 8 Mello Yello SmoothFest. Apologies of all the yellow we've had tonight, but you know what? We're going to get ourselves a really good finish. It's going to be 3 laps to go in this exhibition event. All these guys want to win it. It's the first race of the season. It's for all the marbles. And Patrick Smith might get all those marbles here today as he leads the field with 3 laps to go. Hair Joe Arvin Alonso started last. That's how bad he did last season. That's why he faked his retirement. He wanted to come back and have a better season. Well, it might get off to the right foot right here. She's going to be restarting, I should say, in the second position. Diego Yepes has been in the top 5 all night. And I swear, if Jesse Turner wins this race, I don't know what else to say. But he's right there, running 4th, and Garrett Tenor rounds out the top 5. Drivers out of the race include Julio Caesar, Andrew Miller, Michael Canto, Cody Sill, Justin Roberts, Alexander Rowe, Ace Garcia, and Daniel McMillan. Everybody else is still on the lead lap here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest with 3 laps to go. Patrick Smith holding on to the lead. Alonso did not get going. Here comes Yepes for second with help from Garrett Tenor.
This is getting really good, and I might even pull for Garrett Tenor here. So long since he last got a victory. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Tenor got this at the end of the night.
I wouldn't be either. He's got one of the few clean race cars out on the racetrack right now, and he's got a fast one. He'll be driving for Dirk Motor Racing this season, and right now he's got the inside behind Diego Yepes. They're closing in on Patrick Smith, and there goes Yepes to the inside, coming to 2 laps to go in the Season 8 Mello Yello SmoothFest. And here he is, folks, Nicholas Samadio in the top 5 here at Daytona. Jesse Turner also holding on to this draft, and so is Zachary Fitzwater and Nathan Stapleton. 2 laps to go. Who's going to get it done in the Mello Yello SmoothFest?
If I was Garrett Tenor right now, this would be my perfect time to make a move. Either that or on the final lap, because at that point, if you're on the final lap or even with 2 to go, at this point, within this window, it's now or never. basically
I don't know if he has
to go
enough
for
help, though. That's the problem. It's such a small pack. It's going to be very difficult to surpass Yepez or Patrick Smith. We'll have to see. Patrick Smith has all the help on the outside. 4 cars helping him while there are only 3 on the inside lane. Here we go. White flag at Daytona on this Friday night for the Mello Yello SmoothFest. I don't know who led at the white flag. We'll see who leads at the checkered flag in 40 seconds. Here comes Sinor, trying to get to the inside of Yepez. Can't do it quite yet, but he's got the advantage now. Will he get help from Zachary Fitzwater? Looks like he will, but he's not going to be able to do it. Yepez and Patrick Smith remain side by side for the lead. No help for Garrett Sinor. He falls behind. Nicholas Amadio, will he make a move? It looks like he might try. Yepez to the point in the number 92. And I think that's gonna do it, or will it? Patrick Smith on the outside? Not gonna happen. Diego Yepez wins the Season 8 Mello Yello SmoothFest here at Daytona. Help from Nicholas Amadio gives him his first career Napa fan win here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Full Frontal Motorsports and William Brock, the owner of the team, get it done in this exhibition event.
Woo! That was a good race there. Congrats to Diego Yepez as a driver, and congrats to William Brock as an owner. His first season as an owner, and ends up getting the Mello Yello SmoothFest victory. There is no other better way to start off the season than with a win in the Mello Yello SmoothFest. There truly isn't.
Absolutely. And Diego Yepez, I know you're happy there. And because the pack was so small, he was able to surpass Patrick Smith and keep that inside lane working. Garrett Sinor just simply had no help. Even if Fitzwater went with him, I don't think Sinor would have had a shot. But hey, sign of things to come for Garrett Sinor this season? I definitely hope so, because it has been since Season 4 since Sinor has won a race in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. Diego Yepez, your race winner here tonight. Here are the official standings of the event. And Diego Yepez gets it done by just 5/100ths of a second over Patrick Smith. It's actually one of the largest margins in this race, surprisingly, but Yepez getting it done over the 66. Nicholas Amadio finished 3rd after he came down the pit lane under the first caution. He was at the end of the field. He called his way back to the front and almost got the win. Herjalarov and Alonso in 4th. Zachary Fitzwater in 5th. Jesse Turner, he is definitely the die-hard racer of the night because he had all that damage to the rear of his race car and he still got a top 10 out of all this. Garrett Sinor ended up finishing 7th. Nathan Stapleton, John Arndt, and Trey Bartow round out the top 10. Matthew Phillips, Brad Stover, Tristan Allen, Matt Dalio, Roger Ray all finished even though they had crash damage. And then out of the race, Julio Caesar, Andrew Miller, Michael Canto, Cody Sills, Justin Roberts, Alexander Rowe, Ace Garcia, and Daniel McMillan. Only 15 guys finished this thing here tonight. But you know what? That's okay. It's just the Mello Yello SmoothFest. Not for points, and considering this season is a strict points championship, you definitely want to do good in every single one of the points races, but definitely a good building block for these guys throughout the season. Hopefully they will not be as aggressive next week in the Daytona 500, but how about your final thoughts on this one, Alex? What a wild race here for the Mello Yello SmoothFest season number 8.
Oh, this was truly a wild race, and this, I think, was very entertaining for a lot of the viewers in this watching this today. I mean, it was very interesting for me. A great finish all around, and truly, this was just an action-packed race with some good racing and even some funny commentary.
Yeah. We might do a little bit of a bloopers video. We had a lot behind the scenes that was quite hilarious. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching here tonight. It means a lot to me for all the support. And hey, you know what? We're just getting started. We're going to keep on doing this till September. And I'm looking forward to it because we got a lot of great guys who are coming back. Jonathan Skibnicki is back in a race car full-time. Seth Cole is back. Christian Masters returned as well. And let me tell you, all those guys are good. We also have Andrew Ross coming back. Andrew Ross was the runner-up in the Turkey Hill Truck Series last season, and he almost won that championship. We're going to see what he's made of in the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. In Season 5, Daytona 500 champion Josh Marzak is back full-time as well. It's a loaded field for Season number 8, and I can't tell you how excited I am to get this season started. And hey, you know what? It already has started with the Mello Yello SmoothFest. And tomorrow at noon, it's Daytona 500 qualifying. We're going to set the front row, the top 2 guys, and the rest of the guys will race it out in the Mello Yello duel next Thursday night. But, hey, you know what? This was a great race to start it off, and I think we're off to the right start here for season number 8 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. So thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Diego Yepes for the victory here in the Mello Yello SmoothFest, and that is it for me for now. Tomorrow we got Daytona 500 qualifying at noon, and the Daytona 125K at 2 p.m. Eastern Time in the Rockstar Pro Series. On behalf of Alex Bonsignor, thank you guys so much once again, and I will see you guys later!